Scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants' offense will be led by the rookie from Duke, and that's Daniel Jones. Of course, Eli Manning made 210 consecutive starts for the G-Men from 2014 until 2 years ago.
Go! 70, Indy! Hey, let's go! Ready?
He's got his man. This is Tate. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. From the gun on third down, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
On the ready. That's it, baby. We got 61. Matchbox Spike.
A first down carry for Barkley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 22, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. That rattles the... They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Trubisky now down around his goal line. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But when you hit it, able to get into open field.
Check.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Again has it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Trubisky to throw again. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Think about turning. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
This stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is caught by Ginn. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Trubisky on first down. It's complete. It's Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back. Push him back.
Trubisky will throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the shit! Switch! Switch! Ran,
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Again, it's Trubisky. And Ginn's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jones now. A final shot before break. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
We play to win. Let's go!
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us?
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on second down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Saquon Barkley fights through, and now a crease, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down and 4. Trubisky, the connection made. It's Graham. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now it's Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
54 Mike. Here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to...
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. The first throw for the backup Foles. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off,
and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That one looks like he'll throw here. Jim has it complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
One. Hey, Steve 6.
Foles. And that is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go.
Here's Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Foles now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get him, boy!
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
1st down, a run with Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bears, the win form is number 6 on the year.